Thank you for watching our video on the IGETC General Education Pattern. If you are planning to transfer to a UC or CSU campus, this will be an important video for you to watch. We will be reviewing each of the different areas within the IGETC pattern, explain how many courses you need to take within each area, and how to plan to complete all your general education requirements before transferring. Once you are familiar with each of the general education areas, you can review the specific EVC courses approved for each area on the EVC website. Let's get started. IGETC stands for Intersegmental General Education Transfer Curriculum. You will commonly hear it referred to as the IGETC pattern. The IGETC pattern has 7 different areas of general education courses that you will need to take before transferring to a 4-year university. You must receive a minimum grade of a C or better in all courses. By the time you complete all the courses for the IGETC pattern, you will have about 37 units of general education coursework completed. There are some slight differences in the required coursework you will need to take depending on if you plan to transfer to a UC or a CSU. I will point out those differences as we go more in depth into each area. The first area is English communication. The second area is mathematical concepts and quantitative reasoning. The third area is arts and humanities. The fourth area is social and behavioral sciences. The fifth area is physical and biological sciences. And area 6 is language other than English. Area 6 is only required if you plan on transferring to a UC campus. The 7th area is ethnic studies. This is a new general education area added effective fall 2023. Students who begin taking classes at EVC in fall 2023 or later are required to complete the new Area 7. Students who began courses before fall 2023 may not be required to complete this new Area 7. It would depend on whether or not you had any breaks in your attendance. You are strongly advised to meet with a counselor to discuss which version of the IGETC pattern will apply to you. You will end up taking coursework in each of these areas before you transfer. Let's discuss each area individually. Area 1. This focuses on English communication. If you are planning on transferring to a CSU, you will take 3 different courses in this section for a total of 9 units. If you're planning on transferring to a UC campus, you will take 2 different courses in this section for a total of 6 units. The first 2 sub-areas, 1A, English Communication, and 1B, Critical Thinking, English Communication, are required for both UC and CSU campuses. EVC's 1A course is English 1A, which focuses on writing. Area 1B focuses on critical thinking. The courses in this area will help you to further develop your writing and critical thinking skills. Area 1C is only required if you are planning to transfer to a CSU campus. Courses in this area focus on some aspect of giving speeches. Now let's review the next area. Area 2 focuses on mathematical concepts and quantitative reasoning. Area 2 will be the college-level math course you take. Which math course you take will depend on what you major in. Let's go to the next area. Area 3. This focuses on the arts and humanities. You will take 3 different courses in this section for a minimum of 9 units. You will take a course in Area 3A, the arts, 1 course in Area 3B, the humanities, and a 3rd course in either 3A or 3B.
This means you must have at least one course in Area 3A and one course in Area 3B. For the third course, you can choose from either 3A or 3B. Let's go on.
Area 4 focuses on the social sciences. You will be taking 2 different courses in this section for a minimum of 6 units. The important part of this section to pay attention to is that it requires 2 courses be taken from 2 different academic disciplines. This means you do not want to choose 2 history courses approved for Area 4. You can choose one history course and the other needs to be in a different area, like political science, administration of justice, or women's studies. Area 4 also includes a CSU graduation requirement called American Ideals or American Institutions. This is a CSU graduation requirement that includes 2 courses that cover American history, the United States Constitution, and California government. If you plan your courses wisely, the 2 courses you choose in this area could not only meet your general education requirements, they could also meet your American Institutions requirement. Let's go to Area 5. Area 5 focuses on the sciences. You will take a minimum of 7 units in this area. You will be required to take 1 course in Area 5A, the physical sciences. Some examples of a physical science are astronomy, chemistry, or physics. You will also take a course in Area 5B, the biological sciences. An example of a biological science is biology. One of the courses you take in Area 5A or 5B must include a lab. The lab requirement falls under Area 5C. So you will be taking a minimum of 2 science courses, and one of the 2 science courses you take must also include a lab. Let's go to the next section. Area 6 focuses on language other than English, also known as the LOTE requirement. This is a UC requirement only. It is not required for the CSU system. You can meet the Area 6 requirement by taking 2 semesters of a foreign language in high school, receiving a score of 3 or higher on an AP Language Other Than English exam, or by taking 1 semester of a foreign language course at EVC that is approved for Area 6. Be sure to have your official high school transcripts or official AP scores if you want to use either of the first 2 ways I mentioned. Let's go to the next area. Area 7 focuses on ethnic studies. You will be required to take 1 course from this area for a minimum of 3 units. Remember, this is a new IGETC general education area effective fall 2023. It will be required for all new students who begin fall 2023 or after. Students who began attending EVC before fall 2023 and have maintained continuous enrollment will not be held to the new Area 7 requirement. If you think you might not be required to take this new Area 7, be sure to meet with an EVC counselor as soon as possible to confirm which version of the IGETC pattern applies to you. Now we have reviewed all 7 IGETC areas. Once you have completed all of the required areas for where you are transferring, you will have about 37 units of college-level coursework completed. As we mentioned in our first video on what is general education is just one portion of the coursework you will complete before you transfer. Now that you have learned about each of the 7 IGETC areas and how many courses you need to take within each area, let's go on to the next steps and talk about how to plan your coursework.
When choosing which general education pattern to follow, you want to think about what your transfer goals are. Do you plan on applying to a CSU or a UC campus? Are you considering applying to a private university such as Santa Clara University? If your answer is yes, then you want to follow the general education pattern we just talked about, the IGETC pattern. If you are sure that you will only be applying to CSU campuses, then you might want to consider following the CSU GE pattern. Part 2 of this video series focuses on the CSU GE pattern. A little more on private universities. Some private universities might have slightly different general education requirements. So if you are thinking about applying to a private school, you will want to do more research on the general education requirements for the specific campus you want to apply to. Sometimes students can be overwhelmed by how many options they have in choosing courses that have been approved for each of the IGETC areas. You might find yourself asking, what is that course about? If you would like more information on what is taught in an individual course, refer to the EVC College catalog and look under Course Descriptions to read more about that course. Finally, you will want to complete an education plan with an EVC counselor. An educational plan outlines the courses you should complete each semester in order to successfully meet your educational goal. A comprehensive education plan will include courses needed to complete your general education, major, and transfer requirements. When you are ready to create an education plan, you can schedule a counseling appointment online through EVC's counseling website. Thank you for watching our video on the IGETC pattern. We look forward to helping you meet your goals.